Good evening. You're watching CTV News for Friday, December 9th. I'm Rochelle Metzger.
And I'm Byron Scott. Glad to have you with us tonight. Well, thousands of people flocked to MGM National Harbor on its opening night. The resort was filled to capacity, and people actually had to be turned away. CTV's Sonia Shavasa joins us from Oxon Hill with more.
Well, MGM National Harbor last night opened its doors 30 minutes early last night because the lines outside were so long to get in. And also, it was one of the coldest nights that the D.C. area has experienced in a long time. And people were outside. It was cold. They opened their doors in. And within an hour, this entire place was packed.
Forget Vegas. Most people we talk to say this is the place to be.
I think it's pretty spectacular so far.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Vanita Kraft was here last night and came back again today with her friend. She says there were long lines to get in.
What was happening, they were jamming the doors. So it was, they had them to back up so they could open the doors, and they got too, some people were pushing.
Just after 11 p.m., the parking garage was full to capacity as a huge crowd waited outside to get in.
The line to get in the actual casino was terrible.
It was madhouse trying to get on the elevators because there was so many people. But once you got upstairs, it was packed.
Woodrow Wilson Bridge, 11:05. Everybody backed up trying to hit that MGM.
Traffic was backed up for miles. Police had to shut down parts of the outer loop. This video posted on Twitter shows a fight at MGM within minutes of opening. Many say much of it was expected, and that's why they stayed home.
No, I didn't want to even be bothered with the first time opening. I was good.
There was a lot of anticipation on what a resort of this magnitude would look like.
For me, this is like almost being in Vegas, almost.
So far, I'm mildly impressed.
Why do you say that?
Because I like architecture, and from the outside, it just looks so awesome, and by night, it looks awesome from what I've seen on the commercial. But once I got inside, I was kind of deflated.
I don't have to go to Live. I don't have to go to Atlantic City. So I can go right up the street. I can walk to it if I want to.
All right, well, a lot of excitement here regardless. Now, tonight, we should warn you that it is a Friday night. It's the holiday season. We have the weekend coming up. You will see some traffic here. You will see crowds, so you should plan accordingly. Now, we are still seeing a police presence, and they will be directing traffic, and they're asking that you follow directions as you come into the facility. At MGM National Harbor, I'm Sonia Shavasa, sending it back to you.
And the MGM celebration turned tipsy last night for the chairman of the Prince George's Liquor Board. Charles Caldwell was arrested on drunk driving charges after crashing his car outside of the MGM casino. Caldwell allegedly failed a field sobriety test and was taken into custody.
Members of the United States Senate joined the science community in mourning the loss of a space pioneer and former colleague. Senator Barbara Mikulski released a statement saying that John Glenn was not only instrumental as an astronaut, but as a senator as well. He served on Capitol Hill from 1974 to 1999. Among many other accomplishments, he was influential in working on a bipartisan committee to make NASA's space program what it is today. Glenn died Thursday. He was 95 years old.
A labor organization says Governor Hogan's plan to allot earned sick leave falls short of serving the needs of Maryland workers. Working Matters says although it commends the governor for making the issue one of his top priorities for the upcoming General Assembly session, far too many employers would continue to leave wage earners facing a choice between their jobs and their health. Hogan's preliminary plan exempts businesses with less than 50 workers from implementing paid sick leave.
As tax season approaches, the Internal Revenue Service is reminding taxpayers to be on the lookout for scams. The deceptive schemes target victims via email, phone, and online, usually with the purpose of identity theft and refund fraud. The IRS wants you to know that it will never call about taxes owed without first mailing you a bill and will never threaten to arrest you for not paying. The agency will also never demand immediate payment over the phone. You can go to irs.gov to learn more. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Rochelle Metzger.
And I'm Byron Scott. After